Hi and good afternoon. Today we're going to look at Chapter 12, Compound Interest, as well as Present Value, Future Value. Some of the terms that you will need to know to help build the foundation of understanding compound interest are compound interest, future value, present value, the number of periods and understanding the difference between annually, semi-annually, compounded, quarterly, all the periods. Your nominal rate is your stated rate, as well as your effective rate or your APY and the formula for that, and your compound daily. So compounding is going to be actually a lot more practical than the simple interest was. This is kind of more real world, this actually happens type deal. But what we're going to look at is we're going to first look at future value, then we're going to look at present value. So the future value is actually, if we have $1 today, what is that worth in so many periods or time periods at a certain interest rate? So if we had $1, what is that worth in for periods at 2% interest? And so we're going to look at how you can actually calculate that. The book said you could do it manually. There also is a lookup table. It's actually table 12.1. I recommend that you actually print it off like you do the Chapter 7 table. So I printed mine off, so I have it. And we're actually going to look at two practice problems on how to use the lookup table. Now, in the extra practice problem, on page 297, it says that there is a $500 principal. The interest rate is 8%. It's compounded quarterly. So figure out, by using the lookup table, what the actual maturity value or what the future value of that will be. So since it's compounded quarterly, and my interest rate is 8, then I have to divide that to get it per period. Now there's 4 quarters to a whole year, and so that means I have to take 8% divided by 4. So I have a 2% interest. So I'm going to look at the top of my table and see 2%. Now it said, how long was it? Well, it's 1 year, so that's 4 periods. So I'm going to go down to 4, and where 2 and 4 intersect, that's what I'm going to use as my compound value to times against the principal. So I look and I see that it's 1.0824. So I write down 1.0824 times 500 gets $541.20. So if I subtract 500 from that, I learn that we actually earned $41 of interest. Now if we do number 3 in the extra practice problems on page 297, it says that you have $7,000, you have 4% interest, and it's on for 4 years, and it's also quarterly, or semi-annual, so it's 8 years. So I divide by semi-annual is 2, so my interest is going to be 2% per period. Now we have 2 periods for every year, and it says for 8 years, so I have 16 periods. So I again can go to 16 periods all the way down, and then I can go over to 2%, and where they intersect, I'm going to multiply that by my principal. So it intersected and gave me a compound value of 1.3728 times the 7,000 gets $9,609.60. What happens if you don't have the book with you and you need to figure out a future value without looking at the lookup table? Well, there's actually a great formula, and it is your amount is equal to your principal times 1 plus the interest. Now is this your regular interest? No, it's your interest per period.